Our app is Room Reader, and it is a classroom engagement app. It allows for students to post questions. So, sorry, I didn't turn the mic off before I set it down, like I was warned. And there it goes. And it allows for other students to see what questions previous students have posted before. And if you also want that question answered, you can upvote it. And it will actually move it in the queue if there are multiple questions. And we have a second view, which we will get to later. But at this time, I'm actually going to Slack it out to you guys. I'd like to invite you to post any questions you have about our app to our app as we present. So we're going to move on to Alan.
Hey, I'm just going to talk on behalf of Carolyn. She's in the UK right now for work.
And with us in spirit.
And she wrote a lot of the socket I/O part, so shout out to Carolyn. This is our README, or actually GitHub page. I'm just going to scroll down to the socket. I'm just going to briefly talk about socket I/O. So this is like a snippet from our code. So just the basic, how do you use socket in your code, your app. So you just import your server dependencies, just the usual express and app, and then you make a connection, or you also import the server and the I/O. Okay. And then you save it in the usual port, process.n. So that's for Roku. And for our development, we use 8000 as our port. Okay. And then instead of how we usually do it, we put app.listen. Here we use the server. Okay. And then in the server side code, we you just make a connection calling io.on, so that just turns on the connection. And then there's a callback. On the callback, you just pass socket. It could be anything, it could be my socket. And you open the socket, and then this launch over here is the ID for your socket connection. Okay, so there's listening, and then you do something. In this case, is like this example here. It's like for SQLize, we do db.users, and then you update. And here we have the promise. In this case, we broadcast emit, so they'll broadcast through whichever page that you want to broadcast the message to. And then finally here in the client side, you just add these script tags, and then write some code, some JavaScript. Or here, you store your socket into this variable, and then this URL could be like your local host, or it could also be window.location.origin, or like Heroku. And then here's the, actually this should be the same, it should be launch. So this is an actual example, so use server launch. And then you, same kind of format, you do server.socket.on, and then or have a callback here. In this case, you want to do something like your jQuery code. Okay. And I'm going to pass it on to John next to actually, yes?
What does Socket I/O enable you to do, empower you to do?
Okay, so Socket I/O is it's like a real-time application. You can do like chat. So it creates this like connection, like a network connection between like your server and client. So like opens a connection.
In real time?
In real time,
right.
Yes. Okay, so here's John. He's going to actually do a demo for hopefully people posted some questions.
All right, so what has all been slacked out to you guys is the student view. The student view is really helpful if you have questions, but you don't necessarily raise your hand, or somebody else asked a question, you're like, oh yeah, that's a really good question. You can kind of upvote it so that way only the most pertinent questions are being answered, and the instructor kind of gets an idea for how well they're speaking and how well people are understanding. So I'll show you the instructor view. This is a little different. Besides just having the little window here, which shows all the questions. 247 people want to know where they are. Where are we eating? So these are very important questions. The numbers are how many people have upvoted those, how many times it's been clicked. So Alan is this dude right here. So I can just click on the number, and then that one will be taken away. So yeah, we see some more things here. So besides just, yeah, just some scrolling here. This is the Socket.io thing, so where it's all showing it.
So actually, you might.
Do you want to do it?
So this is actually powered by Sequelize. This part right here is where Socket.io comes into play. So hopefully you guys
Have the student view up because you're going to get to see it. So we'd like to know how everybody felt about group projects.
Oh my god. Ooh. Nice.
So, and we get that real-time feedback as you guys are answering.
Explaining this, or everybody's got it. So, or you can just be like, how cool is my project? So that's one of the really cool features. Of course, probably the coolest feature is if you put your cursor over our logo, you get to see our mascot Michael's face.
Oh my god!
Yes. Everybody, so we want to get a bunch of Michael face stickers.
Shut up.
Make sure you put them on your computers and all your
Full sticker credit goes for John over there, so extra claps for John. In one of our future features, we'd like to have login and session abilities for instructors. That way they can log as they go. That way, because right now anybody can access this instructor view, which I probably shouldn't have said until after the demonstration. And we'd like to be able to log exactly like what questions were asked during a particular session, and then we could record the data on the feedback. So that is another future one. Right now, the questions, because Sequelize was a requirement, they do not update in real time. You do have to click the button to refresh the page. We chose to not have the app update or refresh the page on its own because that could conflict with somebody who was typing a question. So this just seemed like the easiest solution. Other things is we were hoping to possibly have a chat for in between students. That just might be kind of fun. Right now, obviously, you can vote as many times as you would like on a question.
Yeah.
So we are going to implement one question per student, and that might come with the login option as well. A particular feature for David is the stand up and yell button. Also the clap button. So, all right, so let's see if there's any real questions.
Use emojis for those.
I actually really like this sport one.
I upvoted that quite a bit.
I was like, oh, this is awesome. I have more than one vote.
So Mike, we're next Saturday. Hopefully this one, because we were trying to look like Michael as well. So we didn't do any videos for Instructor Appreciation Week, so this is our ode to Instructor Appreciation. This entire app for you guys.
Thank you.
Is Michael watching? I hope he's watching.
He said he was on the stream earlier.
Hi. I have a real question.
blocked it.
Yes.
You couldn't see it.
I have, I'm on your guys' page, which is seriously like, wow, so good. I am getting the notification about every like 2 minutes of like how, it says, how are y'all feeling? Is that on a set timeout or is that?
Because people from the class are playing with it.
Yeah, it's probably because the instructor view is live to everybody, so they're probably, other people are probably pressing that button right now.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Stop
And
cheating.
then one little feature I forgot to add is that we designed it so that it can be scrolled to the side so that you can have your notes open next to it.
Oh, right.
So it doesn't require a full page to use.
Cool.
Okay, nice.
And it works on mobile, so if you want to check it out there, it looks awesome. Not to brag, but it does. Alright, any other questions? Who wants a sticker?
All right.
Yay!